and this is an expansion to the original game Materia Prima, and this is a competitive sandbox game that's set in a medieval world where science and alchemy are tightly intertwined. And players are going to be taking turns performing different actions, and the actions you can perform are to explore the different towns, and when you do that you're going to be researching those towns for new recipes and buying upgrades to your own personal tower. You'll also be exploring the map to gather and mine for different resources, but you'll want to return to your own tower in order to store those resources because you do have a carrying limit. And then your tower also allows you to perform all sorts of different actions that you can only perform at your tower. And those actions can be things to transmute elements into different elements, create or equip different gear with the resources that you've collected. And these will help improve different stats and abilities of your character. And you can also create different minions that have their own sets of actions and health and attack and defense. And you'll be able to send them out on the board as well in order to do all sorts of different things, even attacking your enemies. Speaking of attacking your enemies, they can also attack you, and when that happens, if one of your minions is killed, then they're removed from the game, but if you are killed, you just return to your tower. And combat in this game is done using dice rolling, and you're going to be rolling attack and defense dice depending on either your stats or your minion stats. And of course, taking advantage of any gear cards that might help tip the scales in your favor. But in order to win the game, there's a few things that you have to have in order. First of all, you need to have your soul stone, which is an item that you start the game with, but anytime that a player is killed, they actually lose their soul stone, and you're going to have to rebuild it by transmuting your resources into a new soul stone. You'll also have to complete the construction of your own philosopher's stone, and in order to do that, it's going to work the same way. You're going to be transmuting different resources to create that soul stone. There's actually 3 different levels that you need to progress through, and you'll have to create one before you can create the other, and eventually creating that final stone. Each player is also going to have their own secret objective, and you'll need to complete that as well in order to win the game. So there's actually 3 different things that you need to line up in order to claim that win. And this expansion is going to be adding a few new things to the game. First of all, it's just going to improve the base game as it is, adding in new items and cards and minions for players to take advantage of, but it's also going to add a cooperative campaign mode. And this can be played solo as well with up to 5 or 6 players. And of course, if this one sounds interesting to you, I have links in the description below.